Welcome back. We're bracing for a bit of a down day. SGX Nifty is indicating a downtick of close to around 100 and 110 points. Actually, things have improved a little bit, so that's good to see. Well, let's get in Gurmeet Chadha, Managing Partner and CIO at Complete Circle, who joins us. Morning, Gurmeet. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, the SGX Nifty is indicating a bit of a downtick, but one stock that could relatively outperform is IndusInd Bank. Records galore. If you're looking at the 8-quarter high in terms of operating profit, NIMs at multi-quarter highs, as well as return ratios at the best we've seen in 11 quarters. But the stock has seen a good rally from around that 800, 850 odd mark. What's your view on the stock?
Nigel, I think perfect combination results in IndusInd. As you rightly said, the NII went up 18%. Retail advances have been up. I think what I was looking more was the restructured book has also come down from upwards of 2% to 1.5% versus quarter one. And that led to some moderation in credit costs. So when your NIMs expand, your advances are growing well. And if you have lesser provisioning and lesser delinquency, that's a combination you want to look at, which is what, let's say, an ICICI has demonstrated over the last 2-3 years. So I think I'm seeing this ROA of 1.4% and almost 14% ROE after some time now in IndusInd. And I think what would be needed is more consistency now. If they can do this over a few more quarters, because their restructured pool also comprises MFI, commercial loans, SME. So their loan texture is slightly different than some of the large sector, large private sector banks. But if they can demonstrate that, and I think MFI growth can come if things remain stable in India, I think then, some, maybe I would not say re-rating, maybe getting back to what it used to be originally rated at seems to be a possibility.
Okay. Gurmeet, hi, good morning. Your thoughts on Persistent Systems, strong margins up for the 8th, 9th quarter and quite resilient compared to a lot of its peers. Would you buy the stock at this price?
So, as I said, some IT companies are getting differentiated. So, again, while we are used to seeing Persistent at 8-9% Q-on-Q growth in CC terms, this one was slightly lesser, but still good. I think they first time have done 1 billion, upwards of 1 billion. They crossed almost, so deal win was pretty good. Also, if you see their dependence on their top account, which is IBM, it's just now down to about 8.5, 8.6%. So there is more granularity there. We're able to maintain margins despite wage hikes and all the supply side pressures we have seen. Also, I think they seems to be benefiting a bit also because their Europe contribution is less vis-a-vis some of the others. So these cross-currency tailwinds would not be as adverse for them as for some of the others. So looks a good play. I would still prefer Mindtree in my mid cap and KPIT, but it continues to remain in our radar.
Gurmeet, hi, good morning. Gujarat Fluoro came any views? Numbers came day before, but that big reaction, beg pardon, on the downside came yesterday. Numbers are were very strong, but fear is that this may be the best. Any thoughts?
No, looks pretty good, Prashant. So if you see within this fluorination chemistry, you have 2-3 different players. In fact, you have to break it down further. So you have Gujarat Fluoro, which is more fluoropolymers, right, and which are used in as various intermediates. Then you have Naveen, which is more into fluorine intermediates, more in terms of APIs and CRAMS kind of an outlook. And then you have an SRF, which is more diversified. It's into textiles, packaging as well as and more focused on the refrigerant segment and the gases segment. So I think Gujarat Fluoro looks good. Then there is this specialty angle to it in terms of the EV related chemicals. And overall, I think I'm very constructive on this space. So we like Deepak. We are monitoring Gujarat Fluoro. We also look at PI Industries. It's a combination of agro and custom synthesis.
Okay. All right. Gurmeet, just stay on. We have many more questions to ask you, but we have a management joining in as well. So I'd request you to listen into this. Home First Finance, it saw healthy business momentum in Q2 because of customer acquisitions being strong. Further, the company has seen margins